Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Calcio Show. I'm Alfredo and as always I'm joined by my incredible co-host Luca. How are we?
Not ideal, man. Disappointing result last night, which we'll get into because we're back with another UCL review as always. You guys enjoyed it last time, so we came back. But today we got a new guest. There's only 3 people on the table. We've never done it before with only 3 people. It looks, I don't know, looks spacious.
3-way. You love to see it.
What? I had to change the camera. See, he ruins everything. But today we're joined with my good friend Lorenzo. Welcome.
Thanks for having me on, boys. Couldn't speak there.
No, you good, man. You good.
Appreciate the invite. Good start.
And if you can't tell already, guys, he supports Inter. No, he's a Napoli fan. Another Napoli fan. All we do is bring on Napoli fans, man.
It's true actually.
Right.
Had too many Napoli fans on.
There's too many Napoli fans in London.
There
it's a
is,
pandemic.
actually. There is.
It's an epidemic, man.
Too many Napoli fans in London. But yeah, so a big week of Champions League for Italian teams. Overall, pretty good results over the course of 4 games.
Yep.
The only team to let Italy down this week was Juventus. But we won't
it's a
start
shame.
with Juventus. I think we'll start with Atalanta, the first game. They were the early kickoff on Tuesday. We'll quickly go over Atalanta. There wasn't a huge amount to talk about, really. It was a pretty cagey game. They didn't play particularly well. Big result, though, against Club Brugge, who they got absolutely battered by last year. I mean, they got outplayed by Club Brugge.
Hey, but Club Brugge last year, serious UCL run.
Yeah, it's true.
Very good run
They're
they
a bit of
had.
a tricky side, to be fair.
They
Yeah.
are really tricky. But Atalanta, in fairness, they went down. But Samadžić got a penalty. Pasalic right at the end made it 2-1. Again, they were okay. But the big talking point from Atalanta I want to talk about was the record breaker, Honest Ahanor, the 17-year-old Italian star boy.
Hey, we need that right now. We need some Italian
there's
talent.
There's not a lot
more.
of Italian talents to get excited about at the moment. So when this happened, he became the youngest ever Italian to start a Champions League match.
Okay.
The record is still by Camardo.
Who was it? Camardo.
But he didn't start the game.
So he's their youngest debutant.
He's the youngest debutant, Italian debutant. He played against Juventus as well.
Yeah. You thought he was really good against us.
He looked a decent player when he was playing against Juve.
Yeah.
That's 3 games on the trot now. We came in when Heen got injured against Torino, and for a 17-year-old to come in and play the way he has is like insane.
And it's very impressive because also Scalvini, a lot of injury problems, so they need defenders stepping up to the mantle, Atalanta. So it's very beneficial to them.
Yeah, and just physically, like just for a 17-year-old.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's
a beast.
He's huge.
It's kind of like Leone. Leone's massive for his age as well. I don't know what they're feeding. It's Italy though. It's Italy. You get there, get bigger, get stronger, look better.
But I was just impressed by the way he read the game. Again, Club Brugge is a tricky side. I know Atalanta were playing at home, but
Yeah, they're a banana pill for sure.
But to come in for Heen against Torino, then play against Juventus, start against Juventus and play pretty well, and then to play well again yesterday in the Champions League, I think it's the most impressive thing to come in at that age and kind of look as assured as he does. And again, it's young. He's 2.5 games in. They paid like nearly 20 million for him in the summer.
Big money for that age.
For a 17-year-old.
Yeah, long money.
And Atalanta don't spend money like that often.
Yeah.
Which I think speaks volumes.
Before the season started, I was of the belief, let's say, that Atalanta would struggle this year. I was kind of looking at like a mid-table finish in Serie A. I didn't think they would be at the same standard that they were under Gasperini. I think you agreed with me, Alfie. But what was your mentality and view of Atalanta going into the season, Lorenzo? Were you of the same mindset, or did you think, they can still challenge for European spots, have a good season almost?
No, to be fair, I was seeing a mid-table, like 9th, 8th finish. Like, when I look at Juric, that appointment doesn't impress me. Like, doesn't excite me. Seeing what he done with Southampton last season, like, I think he's very lucky to be given that job at Atalanta.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I mean, they don't really excite me as a team. I think getting Europa League will be a good finish for them this season.
For sure. I don't know. It was a weird one, the Juric appointment. Like, he got relegated in the Premier League, and he was blessed with an opportunity to go to a very good team in Atalanta that won the Europa League literally a year before that. Gasperini built the best, it's not really a dynasty, but the best period in Atalanta's history. And Juric is a successor. He didn't really give me much confidence. I almost thought that they would go for Thiago Motta. I don't really know why. That was the name that I thought Atalanta would go for, a young coach like that.
But then I'm still not sure how. I'm not sure Motta's a bet you really want to make. The thing is with Juric is, however badly he did at Southampton,
The experience in the Serie A, you're saying?
Yeah. Like, it was a kind of... And to go from a manager who's been there for so long, and Gasperini basically built that club from the ground up.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And when you have a manager who has such control on the way that the club is run from top to bottom to leave. I think you want you don't want a Motta who's going to come in, with all his silly...
Very arrogant too.
Yeah.
Like everything with Motta needed to be his way or the
Exactly.
highway. Sort of like Gasperini in a way though,
Yeah.
but without the experience and the know-how.
But I'm not sure that would work as a follow-on from Gasperini. Whereas
I see what you
Juric
mean.
will come in and he won't shake too many trees. You know, he won't make too many rash decisions. But they'll be fairly stable. And Atalanta haven't been extremely impressive this year, but they also haven't been very leaky at the back either. And I thought when I watched them the other day, they looked stable against Juventus. They looked stable. They didn't look massively impressive, but they were, you know.
Yeah, for sure. But do you see Thiago Motta as a gamble now? Do you almost think like the next club that goes for him won't be a big club? We saw how he was at Juventus. He didn't improve the squad at all. He was very... I like to say, I think he made emotional decisions in the sense that he was power hungry, where he was like, no, this is my way. Dean Huijsen, you're not good enough. You're not in my team. Rash decisions. Coop minus 60 million. Gonzalez 50 million. Sent away Sule. Everything had to be his way or no way, almost. Do you think that will deter bigger clubs in the future for him? Like, do you see the next club him going to is almost like similar level to Bologna, if not lower? Like,
yeah, I think that's the level of club he'll go to next. Unless someone wants to take a risk on him, like Juventus did. Juventus took a risk and they took a gamble on Motta, and it didn't work. So I can't see another big... And look, there are reasons why that worked for Motta's, you know, failures on Motta's behalf, but also failures on the clubs and the players and squad's behalf. But I can't see a big team, even a bigger team in Italy, taking a chance on Motta.
Would you take him at Napoli? Post Conte? Let's say Conte leaves next summer.
No,
Lorenzo, would he be a first name now?
No, he wouldn't. I mean, I think what people forget is that Juve didn't lose a game for quite a while under Motta. Like, yeah, he was drawing games, but the defence looks pretty solid. Like, he wasn't losing games.
Yeah. But what about like the decision making in the transfer? Like, you see the transfer market as a worry almost.
No, yeah, I get that, but I think also the Juve hierarchy kind of influenced his decisions with a few of those things. A bit like the Chiesa situation.
So it was also like Giuntoli, people like that. I know what you mean. I know.
Giuntoli.
So, Giuntoli we're not talking about. The name is actually banned from henceforth he will be banned. Like Palpatine once said about henceforth he will be known as Darth Vader. He's not named on this podcast. He who shall not be named, Voldemort, I'ma call him. Well, what's next? Atalanta, good win for them, big win.
But yeah, huge win, especially coming after that 4-0 loss, that battering against PSG in their first game. Just kind of gets them back on track. But yeah, like not a huge amount to talk about there. I think Honest Ahanor was the kind of big story. And then followed on by, again, a fairly easy win for Inter against Slavia Prague.
Once again, 2 from 2 for Inter.
Yeah.
Good start to the Champions League.
Great start. Again, but not a huge amount to write home. Again, Lautaro looked sharp. He looked kind of...
But he always looks sharp when the eyes aren't on him. Who watched that game? Very few people.
Can't say I did.
Yeah, and he banged. He always performs when no one's watching Lautaro. That's my biggest issue with him. In the massive games, I don't know, he shies away.
Yeah, well, I think maybe the massive games against...
In Europe.
Yeah.
Even in the Serie A, whenever he plays against Juventus, he never turns up.
No, he doesn't. No. Shame that.
No, it's great for us.
To be fair, he has showed up against Napoli a few times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Juve, I can't really remember any big games he's played, big performances he's played. Like,
I think he scored once in the Coppa Italia against us when Ronaldo scored a brace.
Where do you put him, though, in terms of Serie A strikers?
Whatever.
Currently?
No, now, currently.
Oh, currently.
I think Thuram's better than him.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Thuram is stronger than him as well.
Really?
Yeah.
So if Juventus' current team, you had the opportunity to either bring in Thuram as a number 9 or bring in Lautaro, you'd bring in Thuram?
I would bring in Thuram, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I prefer Thuram as a player profile. I'm not the biggest fan of Lautaro.
I think for Juventus right now, I'd love Lautaro.
But why?
Because I think he has a lot of attributes that we haven't seen in any of Juventus' strikers for a long time.
What, the passion, the chasing down loose balls, the pressing from the front?
That as well, but his ability to kind of... Not only is his finishing ability, and his finishing is like... He's a magnificent finisher. And all types of finishes as well. Volleys, his volleys, his ball striking is incredible. But even his ability to like drop deep and like get involved sometimes.
His hold-up plays.
His hold-up plays are really, really underrated, and his ability to like link up with the forwards he's playing with. I know it's a different system.
But one thing I will give Lautaro is any striker that almost goes up next to him, whether that's Lukaku, Thuram, they look very good.
Yeah.
He's very good in a two-man attack. Yeah. If it was a single striker formation,
we've never seen him in a single striker formation.
That's the thing. And when he's come off the bench for Argentina, when he's been the main striker, I mean, Alvarez next to him, Alvarez isn't an out-and-out striker, I would say, but I think in a two-man attack, Lautaro is incredible. But in a single attack, it'd be interesting to see how he would flourish. I like Thuram more personally. I think Thuram is super underrated.
I think that I think so. But I think if it was tomorrow, I feel like Martinez would be more of a needle mover than Thuram.
What to come to Juventus? I hear that. He's probably top two.
Yeah, I think they.
Two,
would you say they are the two best strikers in the league?
Yeah, but I don't think we're blessed for too many great strikers in the league right now.
I mean, you look at Napoli, Lukaku's injured.
Yeah.
I mean, a fit Lukaku. I mean, last season's Lukaku was better than last season's Lautaro for sure. But then you see like Hojlund, you see Rasmus.
Well, we got Vlahovic, David. I mean, they're decent names, but I don't think they're.
They're just okay.
Yeah, they're okay. I think.
Dovbyk, who as we're recording this has just missed 2 penalties.
Yeah, way off it. That guy. He's
right.
Moise Keane, to be fair. Shout out Keane.
Yeah, Keane. But this season, where has he been? Like, where's the whole Fiorentina team?
Yeah, Fiorentina. They haven't won a single game in Serie A. That's horrible.
To be fair, I watched them in a pre-season friendly against Leicester.
Oh, they were dead. They were
horrendous. I was watching that game. I think I left like 10 minutes early. I was like, this is awful. It's so bad. But yeah, Lautaro looked really sharp against Slavia Prague. Inter looked good. Di Marco. Actually, I don't know if it was a little shot at Inzaghi that he made yesterday.
What did he do? What's that?
Well, he said because he's played a few 90 minutes this year and the whole thing, even though there were times where Inzaghi played him for the full game, especially at the start of last season. But what he basically said was, it's nice to be playing 90 minutes and not being like taken off at the 60th minute every game. Because you remember the subs that Inzaghi would always.
Yeah, he would always bring on wing backs.
Always take off Di Marco at the 55th to 60th minute. And Di Marco was basically saying, well, yeah, I was being taken off, so I couldn't play more than that. But now I'm playing 90 minutes. Obviously, I can last 90 minutes.
I get that, but Inzaghi made him as well, so I think you should be a little bit more grateful. Without Inzaghi, who would Di Marco still be at Verona?
But yeah, Inter looked good. They kind of pissed all over Slavia Prague. It was a very easy game. But Lorenzo, since you're here, I wanted to ask you about a Inter player who's been very disappointing, who came from Napoli since signing, and that's Zielinski. What do you think? Yeah, what do you think has gone wrong from the player we saw at Napoli for so many years, who was so brilliant?
Yeah, I think it's a weird one with Zielinski. Obviously, he's older now. 31, yeah. And he's just not on the starting team sheet at Inter. Whereas at Napoli for a long time, especially after Hamsik left, he was like meant to be his replacement.
Well, he was, wasn't he?
He
was the replacement.
And yeah, he was younger. He just seemed a bit more sharper, more with it. Nowadays, like I see him play, he's just not the same. He hasn't really got the quick step that he once had.
The energy,
that
burst.
It almost looks like he's playing without any passion. Like he comes on, he doesn't really make an impact.
No.
Do you think that's more to his age or the fact that he's low on confidence, he's frustrated about
I think both.
The lack of game time?
I think both. Yeah, I mean, with Inter's rotation with their midfielders, Mkhitaryan and
Çalhanoğlu.
The lack thereof rotation, should we say?
But that's the thing with all like with the lack of players there, you'd expect Zielinski to get more game time. Yeah. You'd expect Mkhitaryan and Çalhanoğlu. These guys are aging footballers.
They're aging players, yeah, but they're not rotating as much as perhaps they should. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I think he looks like he's lacking confidence, which is a thing at Napoli as well towards his latter years. Because when he hasn't got the confidence, you can just tell like on his day he's a quality player. Like
he was
at one point he was like one of the best midfielders in Serie A.
Yeah,
for sure. Technically gifted.
Polish Footballer of the Year, 2023.
Yeah, I mean
beat Lewandowski.
That's what I mean.
After they won the league,
2-footed, very like like the nutmegs this guy was pulling off was crazy. Like his dribbling was mad.
Superb play. Didn't he took penalties as well? Wasn't he taking penalties for a while?
He took a few. I mean, it wasn't like.
But I feel like with that kind of player, age shouldn't affect him so much, especially in the Serie A, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
know
weird bit. Like, I don't understand. He's 31 still, which is 21 in Serie A years. Like, we need to talk about that, actually.
No, he's still got a few years left.
Actual years and Serie A years are two different things. Modric is 40 on paper due to the annual year. Who discovered that? Shakespeare. Who discovered the annual year? Like, one of the old guys, right? I don't know. I'm not too clued up on history, but in Serie A years, you're 10 years younger.
That's true. Even Acerbi against Slavia Prague the other day was brilliant.
But that's what
played so well.
Serie A years is real, bro. Serie A years is real. I don't care what anyone says. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's weird with Zielinski. Looking back on it, do you regret letting him go then, or do you think it was the correct decision on a
No,
free?
I think it was a correct decision because think about it, when we got rid of him, his last season at Napoli was when we finished 10th.
Yeah, true.
And he didn't have a good season by any means.
True.
He was poor.
McTominay technically
And he
replaced
came
him.
in.
Yeah,
Exactly.
McTominay was essentially his replacement. Whilst they weren't like the same profile in terms of like how they play. McTominay was his replacement, and McTominay was far better than. I mean, you could argue that McTominay's season last year was better than any of Zielinski's at Napoli.
I would agree. I mean, he won MVP. Yeah, well, he won MVP of the whole league.
Yeah,
so you'd have to say it's true.
It's true. And he won the league as well.
Yeah.
So he's already kind of bettered what Zielinski.
Well, Zielinski also won the league.
Zielinski also won the league, yeah. But I think McTominay's impact was bigger than Zielinski's in our title winning season.
Yeah, that's true. It's a shame though. I really like Zielinski.
Yeah, so do
I
I.
always
I
really
like
liked
Zielinski
him.
as well. I always
He's a
loved him.
talented footballer.
I think when we had that midfield of him and Fabian Ruiz.
Oh, that was a great.
Those two in midfield were unreal. Like
Yeah.
the long shots we were scoring that game, they were like crazy in that season. Fabian Ruiz with those finesse shots with his left foot, were crazy.
Easy money. What was better though? I want to ask you, what was better? What was a better midfield? That midfield or the midfield of Hamsik, Jorginho, Alan?
Yeah, I think that one. Hamsik, Jorginho, Alan.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I mean, I always had a soft spot for that Saturday team, the 91 points team. I think that midfield was hard to beat, to be fair. I think it had everything. It had the perfect balance.
It was very well balanced.
You had the Regista, you had Alan, the ball winner, the engine. You had Hamsik, who was the offensive threat in that midfield. I think it had everything.
I agree. Do you think that team was better than the Spalletti winning team and the Conte one? Or do you think it was worse than both, maybe better than one? How would you rank? What is your top three teams that you've seen of Napoli in your life?
I think you just named them, didn't you? It has to be those three.
I would agree it's those three, but what would the ranking be then? Rank them from worst to best.
I think best would be Spalletti's title winning team.
Okay.
I would put... It's a tough one. I think I'd put Conte's winning team last.
Really? I mean, they won the league though.
They won the league, but
I actually don't.
I think Saturday's team was like the football they were playing. Like we played some of the best football in Europe at that time.
This is the 17-18 team you're talking about.
This is 17-18 team. I think last season's team, they should have by no means won that league.
And Sarri's 17-18 team was also in the Champions League.
Yes.
They didn't only play one game a week.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at the squad depth we had last season. It was non-existent.
Yeah. And 17-18, the competitor that year, us, we were better than any competitor you faced last year.
That's what I mean. Yeah. I think in any of those, how can I say this? I think that Saturday team would have won the league if Juve weren't as dominant as they were back then.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's true.
I agree with
They were second best for quite a few years in that period.
For
Yeah,
a long time.
Yeah.
I think for that, the 9 years that you had won it, I think Napoli were always the second, third best team.
Yeah, up there. I mean, the early years was Roma, I remember.
Yeah, Roma.
And then Napoli came around and really pushed it. I think, I mean, we were in year 9 together at the time in 17-18 season. I still remember.
Crazy, year 9 and 17.
Hey, you're an unk, bro. We were young. But we get called unks nowadays anyway, so my TikToks, guys are rude in the comments. But there was a point where I was convinced that we weren't going to win the league. When you guys beat us 1-0 at the stadium, I was convinced we wouldn't. And then the Quadrado, Dybala, Higuain moment at San Siro when we beat Inter 3-2 last minute. And then you guys lost 3-0 to Fiorentina, I think the day after Simeone.
He got an early sending off.
Yeah.
And then we played the rest of the game with 10 men, it was 3-0.
Yeah. And
Simeone hat-trick.
Yeah, Simeone scored a hat-trick, and that's when I knew we were going to win the league again. But for a good week, I was like, no, I've lost this one.
That was such a heartbreaking season. Like, I love that team. That team, I mean, they put me through so much pressure.
Yeah.
Because obviously we had the back and forth in school sort of thing.
I still remember this guy, yeah. Oh, bro.
We're not going into this.
We're going into this one because this is a funny story. Earlier on in that year, we played at the Maradona.
Yeah.
It was Napoli Juventus.
Oh, Sao Paulo back then,
Yeah, the Sao Paulo. And when was it? Like September? It was early on in the season, maybe October, November time.
Yeah.
We were arguing the whole build up, that whole week. Going into the games, who's gonna win? I was confident we'd win. He was confident they'd win. And who scores? Higuain 1-0. This guy doesn't turn up to school the day after.
I didn't turn up to school.
Didn't turn up to school just for that.
I was so angry. That guy Higuain. Every single game that he played against him, he scored.
He scored every time against Napoli. Even in the 1920 season when he was at the end, he still scored. Remember the 4-3 game? He still scored on you guys.
That's actually my favourite Higuain goal, I think.
Really?
The one where he chops it back.
Yeah.
Right. What about the Inter one, the 3-2 header?
No, but the technique of that goal.
Okay, I see.
It was Koulibaly, I think.
Yeah.
And he chops in with his... I think he chops with his right and hits it with his right.
Yeah, he shot it on the outside of his boot.
He almost volleys it. It's like he volleys it off the side of his foot.
Yeah.
Oh, it was such a great goal.
Was that for 3? That was to make it 3-3 no?
No, we went 2 or 3-0 up.
I think that was to make it 2-0.
Was it?
I think.
Yeah. Because Danilo scored the first goal on his debut. He just came on for... Someone was hurt. Sandro, I think. And then Higuain made it 2-0.
You're right, because that was Lozano's first goal.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And then Koulibaly scored an own goal at the end.
Koulibaly scored their own goal at the end, yeah.
Now, a quick message to say that the Calcio show is now proudly sponsored by the Soccer Archive, one of the best in the game when it comes to original retro football shirts. Luca, both of us have worked with the Soccer Archive in the past. Tell us a little bit about them.
They are the best company to get retro soccer shirts, retro pieces, memorabilia, even modern day stuff. I got this beautiful 1994 Italy Maldini home shirt from there. We've worked with them for a while. You can get new pieces daily, whether that be online at www.thesoccerarchive.com or in their store at 24 Great Windmill Street in London, Soho. Make sure you go check them out and also go follow them on all social media platforms at The Soccer Archive.
And that's not even the best part, though.
Well, tell me what is.
The best part is that if you buy online using the code TCS10, you can get 10% off your first order with the Soccer Archive.
So you're telling me I could get any Juventus kit I want plus 10% off if I use that code?
You can indeed.
Well then, it's perfect. Make sure you use it, boys. Link will be in the description.
So in your opinion then, just talking about all those Napoli teams, who would be like your... We'll do this quickly because I'm just cautious of time, but who would be your ultimate Napoli starting 11 of your lifetime? So ignore as best you can. If you had to make a 4-3-3, it would be.
Yeah.
Who would it be? Goalkeepers.
Goalkeepers actually tough because there's Meda, who obviously won the title. 2.
Yep.
Ospina.
But Peperino was underrated.
Yeah.
But
was his best work at Napoli?
No, it wasn't. But for the dressing room, I think he was a big deal. He was one of the leaders of that team.
Yeah. Who are you taking though?
The thing is, with me, I've never been convinced by Meda.
Yeah, but who's got that team? What can you do?
But yeah, I think Meda has to be in the team.
I would agree. Right back?
Has to be Dilo.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, he's won two titles.
I'd agree.
Captain in both those teams. Centre backs.
Well, I think these two are nailed on for me.
Koulibaly has to be one.
Yep.
Without doubt.
And the other one I think is nailed on. I don't know if you man are thinking.
I'd go Kim.
I think Kim that season was unreal, but I don't actually know because it was just one season.
He was unreal, but
Romani's
done it twice.
Romani has done it twice.
Romani's done it twice and at an incredible level.
He's underrated.
He is underrated, but I don't think Romani was ever the main man in the defence he's been in.
Yeah.
I think last year he was.
Well, when Buongiorno was fit, he wasn't.
When Buongiorno was fit.
Exactly, though. Who was there every game?
No, don't get me wrong. He was very reliable. He played all 38 games last season.
Yeah.
He didn't put a foot wrong.
But are you going this is a question where you go do you go at their best, their ability, or do you go consistency? Kim, for me, was a higher level, MVP defender of the league of the season there. Yeah. And if he had stayed at Napoli, this wouldn't even be a question. No, you're just looking at, I think you're considering the time frame.
And also what he's done what he's done for the club as well.
Yeah. I know what you mean, but for me personally, I think Kim was just unreal that season. One of the best centre backs in Europe.
Yeah, for sure.
Kim Koulibaly, left back.
Kim Koulibaly.
I know who he's gonna go.
Goulam.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Madrid's really underrated.
Spina.
No, Goulam was top. Goulam was good.
I was gonna say Goulam was so underrated.
He was.
Like, it's
He's
so
a great
underrated.
player.
Mario Rui had too many bozo moments.
Mario
bro.
Rui had bozo moments, but he was actually
did.
decent. At time, like,
Yeah.
in the title winning season, he was decent. Like, he was getting...
He put in a shift.
How many assists did
He did
get?
put in a shift.
That season, he got quite a few assists.
Yeah, he did.
Um,
Yeah, his peak was actually pretty high, Mario Ruiz, to be fair.
I think the midfield is where it gets interesting.
The
We'll
mid-
do a regista. We'll
Yeah.
play like a 6.
okay.
It's probably between
6 and
2.
2 8s, or a 6 and 8 and a 10.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably between 2 and the 6.
Yeah.
I would say Jorginho
and
Lobotka.
Lobotka, yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd go Lobotka.
Mm.
I think you have to.
I think for Napoli, yeah.
Yeah.
All-time career peak
Jorginho.
Jorginho, but yeah,
J5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two ahead of him, Hamsik.
yeah, guaranteed.
Obviously.
Easy.
Could go as MVP last year, man. I think he deserves a shout, genuinely.
What,
Yeah.
McSauce.
I think
Yeah.
McTominay, I think
he is.
Phantom's going straight into your team.
I think he might have to, you know.
Who else would you go? Alan. I mean, there's some
I think
decent
obviously
options.
you can't say like obviously all time looking at their careers, you can't say De Bruyne. Like you would say
Yeah.
De Bruyne, but you can't say it now. He's only spent what?
I don't
He's
know.
only played
2
for-
months.
No, I'm not. I was Anguissa.
Yeah.
But
Anguissa's
again,
good, but
I think McTominay's
I think
height is better.
McTominay's impact was more than Anguissa's really.
Fabian
ever had.
is a good player.
Fabian is a good underrated shout, but I think his best work is come at the moment at PSG.
Yeah, yeah.
Personally, I'd put McTominay. Personally, anyway.
I would agree, to be fair.
Left wing.
There's only one, man.
Bro, you know this is so difficult to
The
say because I love
leprechaun.
Insigne.
No,
I
but
love
Insigne.
who's better
I
at
love
football?
Insigne so much. He was my idol.
Yeah, who's better, bro?
But yeah, Kvaratskhelia has to get in the team.
Yeah, I'm not letting you put the leprechaun in over.
Leprechaun. We are not against small humans, okay, guys? Like, we don't condone that.
Okay, Kvaratskhelia.
Kvaratskhelia left wing.
What's your man up front?
No, don't do that.
No.
Don't do that. Don't tell the truth, and don't pick the Uruguayan
Okay,
either.
let's not do this. Let's leave striker for last then. Right wing.
Right wing. It's between. I think Politown deserves a shout.
Insane, by the way. Insane.
Right,
To be
yeah.
fair,
You're not Valentino, man. Don't go Politano here. Come
I
on.
won't do a Valentino, don't worry. I think Lozano was so underwhelming. Like,
I'm thinking of someone earlier,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Way earlier. There's 2. For me, it's
But then there's
Callejon and
Callejon,
yeah.
Lavezzi, bro. I would go.
but Lavezzi was more of a left winger.
But he could play on the right
He
as
could
well.
play on the right, but he's predominantly left winged.
I think Callejon.
I think
For the
Callejon-
impact
Foot-
he had.
Yeah.
Callejon-
He was never a better player. I'm not saying he's a better player than Lavezzi. He definitely was not a better player than
No.
Lavezzi. But for his impact at Napoli, I think
I would go Callejon
That
personally.
bro, jarring man, always at the back post,
Bro,
just
those
knocking in
Insigne
headers.
crosses to the back
Just
post.
knocking in headers
And
all the
Callejon-
time. I used to do my head
Even
in.
the volleys, like his right foot volleys across goal was like
Bro,
insane.
another super underrated player. He was good for Madrid as well. Really good for Madrid. The only reason he got forced out was because that attack with Marine.
Yeah,
I mean, they were the best transition team I think we've ever seen in history.
Yeah.
So he was a great player. And striker, matter of fact, we'll make it interesting. We'll do a ranking of the big 3.
Okay.
Osimhen, Higuain, Cavani.
It's so difficult.
Yeah, of course.
Um,
Were all their peaks there, you think?
it
At
was-
Napoli? Each of their
yeah,
peaks
yeah, of
was...
course, yeah. All their peaks were at Napoli.
Cavani's
No.
debatable.
Cavani's debatable.
Yeah.
PSG.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
And Higuain, I think, was more clutch at Juventus, but I think he was better at
He
Napoli.
scored 36 goals in one season.
But he had better big game moments at Juventus, way more. He scored in every big game at Juventus.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Juventus were competing for the Champions League.
Playing bigger
They were playing
games,
more
more
True,
regular.
but
yeah.
also in the Serie A. Think about it. He scored every time against you guys. He won us the league against Inter. He scored against AC Milan every
Yeah.
time. Roma.
And also Higuain was part of the Napoli team who lost in the semi-final in the Europa League. Who was it against?
Arsenal.
No,
No,
it was someone.
Dnipro.
Dnipro, yeah, horrendous. Because Fiorentina and Napoli both lost in the semi-final against poor teams.
So how would you rank those 3?
In terms
3-1 though. At Napoli, who do you think the best strikers
of
were?
Osimhen lost.
Osimhen.
That's probably quite a unpopular opinion.
No, I don't think it is. I think
No.
that's the
No?
correct opinion.
Good, those 3 are so good though. It's like no disrespect to Osimhen, but
I don't like him, but I'd put Higuain 1, Cavani 2.
okay. So Higuain will complete your 11.
Yeah, Higuain, yeah.
I wouldn't hate it if you put Cavani first either. I love both of them.
Yeah.
Even Cavani. Cavani is one of my favourite strikers.
Bro,
Yeah, for
Cavani's
sure.
movement in the box.
Live.
Oh my.
One of the best. Yeah.
The goal,
But ever, one of the best ever,
the
bro.
goal against Portugal that he scored for Uruguay at
Yeah.
the World Cup,
Well, that like
where he played like a massive
Defensive.
he played a massive 1-2 with Suarez and Suarez crossed.
But one thing about Cavani, right, that used to really annoy me was he would score like the most outrageous goals, but his like the simple chances, he would fumble so many like big moments. PSG Champions League, the amount of big misses he had. Like, he had those bozo moments in him, but he scored like the most outrageous goals ever. It didn't make any sense with him.
Great footballer, such a great footballer.
He was really good.
Lavezzi, Hamsik, Cavani was. To have those three players at the same time was
during that era.
That was a fun
as well.
time.
During that Mazzarri era.
Yeah.
The rest of the team was woeful, and then you had that front three.
Campagnaro at the back.
Adonica.
Who was the Argentine?
Was it Maggio? Maggio at the back?
Maggio, yeah, but at the time he played a three at the back, so he was a wing back.
Was he scored a crazy goal, no?
Who,
like
Maggio?
a volley, yeah. There was one Napoli player who scored like the most outrageous goal in that period. I always see it on my timeline. It wasn't Inler, it was a fullback. I think it was Maggio. He scored like one crazy goal. Let us know in the comments if you know. I don't remember the game it was against, but
yeah. Anyway, speaking of Napoli, dwelling in the past, let's move to the present. 2-1 last night. Happy?
I'm happy with the 3 points.
Yeah. Performance?
I think outside of the goals, not a lot really happened.
Yeah, it was a turgid game.
I mean, we're not playing the best, to be honest with you.
Do you think you were playing better last season? Like, have you dropped off?
Last season, no, I don't think we dropped off. I think
Really?
I don't think so.
I think you're conceding a lot more chances.
Yeah, we are.
And I think you look a lot more open at the back.
I think so.
Which is one of the biggest strengths last year.
Yeah, but the football we were playing wasn't as good. I think we're playing better football now.
You reckon?
Yeah. I think as you said, I think the defence doesn't look as solid, but you got to remember, look at the injuries we've got at the moment.
That's true.
Bruyne Jordan's out, Romani's out.
Yeah.
Lukaku, of course.
Lukaku's
still out.
And also, we need to consider like a lot of new signings. They all have to try and gel, implement. Like Noah Lang, we haven't seen anything pretty much from Noah Lang yet. De Bruyne has still got a gel.
I think
Noah Lang, I don't know, bro.
Really?
That guy.
I think with Noah Lang,
he has the ability though.
No, he does. I think Conte just doesn't trust him.
Yeah, Conte.
But he's not a Conte player.
No, he's not.
That was one of the weirdest signings I've ever seen. As soon as they signed him,
bizarre.
I was like, do they know Conte's the manager of this team?
Because when he came on against Sporting Lisbon, Noah Lang, he got the ball in the left wing, lost it. They had Sporting Lisbon
had that chance,
had that fast break sort of like counter attack. They almost scored from that. And you know what Conte's like. He's not going to like.
It's not like that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He needs players that work hard,
that's what I mean.
track back, defensive. And Noah Lang to me is just like a bov baller. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like imagine Elise with Conte.
But he is that sort of player. I think his time will come eventually.
Yeah.
I think when it's AFCON in whenever it's January, whenever, and Anguissa has gone to the national team of Cameroon. I think we're going to go to a 4-3-3. We're going to play De Bruyne, McTominay with Lobotka Hojlund. And then obviously either Neres or Lang will start on the left.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's actually a good point, to be fair. He will change it.
I think it'll be Neres.
So there will be a rotation. He will get his minutes.
Well, Neres is already proven for
And not to
Napoli.
mention
He's probably more reliable in that sense
not
to
to mention
Conte.
we've also got the Supercoppa where he can play. He's got plenty of opportunities to play.
Yeah,
that's true.
And now you're playing in all competitions
That's
this
what
year.
I mean, yeah.
There's a lot of room. I mean, it's going to be like all out, everyone for themselves almost. Noah Lang has to prove himself.
Yeah.
But he has to get the moments as well to prove himself.
Yep. What about man of the match, Mr. Rasmus Hojlund?
Hojlund's a funny one because I think his general all-round play is just not there. In my opinion,
Still very raw.
He's still very raw. Like he needs to learn how to shield the ball, keep possession. But he took those chances as well. Like I think with Hojlund, it's a funny one because he's so good at running at defences, like running at the keeper 1v1. Like the goal he scored against Fiorentina was one of them. He scored again at Sporting Lisbon running like that. But then the header, I don't know where that came from because that came out of nowhere. I thought the keeper was coming out to smother it, and then the next thing you know, it's in the back of the net. So yeah, I mean,
I feel like people don't realise how quick Hojlund is.
No, he's rapid.
Hojlund is so quick.
Yeah, he's rapid.
Especially running in straight lines.
He loves attacking the space.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you got De Bruyne to feed him those chances, I mean.
Yeah, let's talk about that as well because I think that there was a lot going around on Twitter after the Napoli performance against Milan at the weekend about how De Bruyne, he looked a bit slow. I think it was the first time that in Serie A so far.
That was probably his worst
game so far, and there was a lot of kind of reactionary talk about De Bruyne's finished. He's this, he's that. That assist was magnificent. I think that is Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, I think to be fair, I think that was his best performance in a Napoli shirt so far.
I mean, I would agree.
Yeah, he was incredible that game. 2 assists. I mean, especially it was a good response to all that drama with Conte against Milan as well. So
I don't think it was trouble. I think it was...
No, but you know what the media are like, especially,
I
especially in
think
Italy.
it was blown up. I think it was blown
Yeah.
up so much. And even Conte, I think what he said, even the way he said it, I think was kind of quite flippant. It was like, yeah, you know.
Yeah, but he's that guy. He's just his
Yeah,
like,
it's just
mannerisms.
that-
It's just
it's what
the
he said.
person
He's
he
done the
is.
same sort of thing with Eriksen.
Yeah,
Remember at
yes,
Inter?
he did, yeah. But that's the thing. It actually it made me think. I was like, you know, you look back to that game against Milan when he got taken off, and you think, oh, well, maybe you leave a player on like that, De Bruyne, because look at Napoli yesterday. You have a player like, and whatever you say, even if he's not playing well, he has a quality to put a ball like that in the box in the whatever minute, and he's a game changer.
Well, that's the thing against Milan. They were down to 10 men at the time.
Yeah.
It didn't make too much sense, that substitution, in my opinion, in the moment. Because Milan played 40 minutes with 10 men.
Yeah.
That's a ridiculously long time. So it didn't really make sense. And obviously, De Bruyne knows his technical ability. He knows he probably could have changed that game. And that's why he's probably frustrated. Why would you take me off? And I understand that, of course. But, great response.
I think it was a rotation thing for the Champions League, to be honest. I think...
Well, you think
was
Conte accepted the loss in that game with 40 minutes left?
No, I don't think
11
he
against
accepted.
10.
I don't think he accepted the loss. I think he just wanted to keep his best players fit for the next game.
But do you look back on that and think that's a bad decision because you had a penalty there to make it 2-1?
No, yeah.
Then you still had like 35 odd minutes left to potentially even get a point. That might be costly going down to the final day. Because I feel like this Scudetto race is quite open right now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of teams up there, all within. I mean, there's 3 teams joint first on the same amount of points.
Yeah.
You got Juventus 1 point behind. Inter's still going to be there. It looks like it could be an all-time Scudetto race as of now. Those points could be costly.
It's really frustrating because I think with De Bruyne still on the pitch, I think we get the 2-2 because he can unlock a game. As we saw against Sporting Lisbon. I mean, his quality is. He's still got it.
Yeah.
You don't lose it. He might not have lost a yard. He might not have.
I mean, he didn't have the best of games, but that's what he's like. It's just like that. He can create something out of nothing.
How old is De Bruyne now? 34?
Yeah, he's 34. Yeah.
Well, think about Luka Modric is 40.
Serie A age. He's actually
24.
29. He's 29 in Serie A.
Who? De Bruyne?
Yeah, or you're 24.
I'll go 24. I'll go 10 years, bro. I'm not lying. But yeah, De Bruyne could, like, if he continues like this, he could spend a good time in the league.
But then I don't think that like I mean that goal he scored, the assist he made yesterday. Sorry, the way he drifted past like 3 players and then played that ball to Hojlund, like you wouldn't look at him and think, oh, he's 34.
No, he's still got.
But it's the consistency. Can he do that every game for a whole season at his
He's
age?
still got that burst of pace.
He does. He's a powerful.
Yeah, he's a powerful runner.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was always like that at City. Head down, strong, obviously 2-footed, great pass. He's a great player. He just looked a bit bigger going into the season.
Yeah, a lot
No,
of
but
people
I
saying
think-
that. He
I
is
think De
Anthony
Bruyne's always-
Scudetto for
Do you think it's his build? It's like Jonathan David. You just think it's his build?
I think it's his build. I think De Bruyne's kind of
He's looking good though.
Yeah, he's playing good.
He's got a hair.
He's playing good.
He's
Got the hair still. He
grown
just needs
his
to go
hair-
Turkey, so
grown
he's
his-
all right.
grown his hair out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought he was brilliant yesterday, and it was a perfect example of like anyone who was thinking that De Bruyne is finished he quite evidently isn't.
he's not. Yeah.
But yeah, and then finally on to Juventus. I'll let you lead with this.
Very disappointing game.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're like I just call us Jekyll and Hyde FC because we're just 2 polar opposites, like yin and yang. Like you can see great moments from us, but you can also see Serie B level moments. That first half, I say we played 45 minutes yesterday in my YouTube review. We only played a half. So technically we won that game 2-1 because we didn't turn up in the first. No, I'm being serious, man. The first half was not Juventus. It was Notts County. Do you understand? Piemonte Calcio. It wasn't us. I didn't understand. Let's break this down. First of all, I think the board made the wrong signings in the summer. We prioritised massively our attack. Our attack has loads of firepower. It's arguably the best in the country. But then we lack in the midfield and the defence. Yesterday we have no Thuram, we have no Bremer. 2 pillars. I like to say 3 pillars in our team. Bremer, Thuram, Yildiz. Those 3 are the main ones. If they're in the team, we have a chance of winning. You take any of them out, you're going to struggle massively. Without Bremer at the back, you had Gatti in the central role, who scored the bicycle kick. But that paper, for me, that paper,
we'll talk about that.
it was a good finish. The keeper, no, in all honesty, the keeper's horror.
Horrendous goalkeeper.
Yeah, it was the keeper's fault, that goal.
But Gatti scored a bicycle kick.
Which is like the insane thing.
That's an insane sentence.
Like saying Gatti scored a bicycle kick is like saying, I don't know. I don't know, bro. Who's like, I don't know, Manganga. I don't know. No, not Manganga. What's the guy called that? We used to play for City. Mangala, yeah, Mangala. Not
Mangala.
That guy, like random centre half that just came to mind. But anyway, Gatti, I mean, he wasn't great yesterday. He looked way off it. But so did Kelly. So did Kalulu. That back three cannot play as a back three together.
Even Cabal before he got I mean, I'm still not sure he got injured. I think he just got spun so many times that he was embarrassed and wanted to get off the pitch as quickly as he could.
Bro, I'm certain if he didn't get injured, he would have been red card.
Oh,
He was getting cooked by Pepe.
He was
literally getting cooked by Pepe, like the Pepe's restaurant, you know, the fast food one in London, the Pepe's period chicken.
And rice.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he got the rice box meal
and garlic mayo
and the garlic mayo. Then he had to go toilet because his stomach couldn't hack it. Do you know what I mean? That was the situation right now. But bro, the defense was awful. For me, Tudor's getting it wrong with the system. First of all, the board got wrong the positions to acquire. We needed another centre back. We needed Leone. We needed to. Renato, I don't care, but like we needed another name at the back, whether that was a Laporte on a free or cheap or whatever he was. There was rumours of him leaving Saudi. Yeah. We needed another midfielder. We needed to strengthen other parts of the football pitch where we were lacking. When you don't have Thuram, there was no Miretti as well. The midfield options were weak, and it looked way off it. The team looked way off it. You cannot play a 5-back. How can you play a 5-back and look so weak defensively? How is that mathematically possible? I think
that's a Tudor thing. And I think that's also a quality issue as well. Look at the back line. Kalulu, Gatti, Kelly. That's Juventus back three.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's not good.
It's horrible.
If we're talking in terms of quality in the current landscape of world football, that is a very, very, very average back line.
Very poor. And without Bremer, I don't compare him to Van Dijk in terms of ability, but in the sense that whoever's around him look better than they actually are, because Bremer's a massive level above these guys around him. Yeah. So without Bremer, you're screwed. But play a 4-back, because you don't have the defenders to play a 5-back. They're A, not good enough, as you said. B, doesn't matter the numbers, they can't do a job. Play the 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. You're going to get more from the midfield. You're going to get more control in the middle of the park. Because another issue we have is there's no control in the middle of the park. You got Locatelli, who was excellent yesterday.
He was brilliant.
I got to shout him out.
He was good.
Absolutely incredible. He didn't put a foot wrong. He was controlling the game. Everything came through him.
He gets a lot of shit as well, Locatelli. Especially from other fans.
Like, unnecessary. Like so much slander.
I genuinely think if you don't rate Locatelli, you don't understand football. And you don't understand the way that a holding midfielder or a regista plays.
Should play. I agree. Because yesterday, McKennie was a phantom yesterday. He cannot play in a double pit. How can you look at... He's misprofiling every footballer right now, Tudor. Then Koopmeiner's on the right. Come on, man.
That's his own. We'll speak about that.
Koopmeiner's the right wing, guys.
We'll speak about that.
Be serious right now. What is this? April Fool? But come on, man. How can you go into a game with that? Seriously. It don't make sense, bro.
I've not at one point during his tenure, there has not been one point where I've thought, yes, Tudor is the man to lead Juventus forward. There is not one point. It's getting worse. You know what I do? You know what I appreciate about Tudor's reign? I appreciate that. For me, it's as bad as Motta. We're playing as badly as we did under Motta. There's not really been any vast improvement for me, apart from we've got a few more additions going forward and Yildiz is a year better. What I appreciate is that I think the team looks a bit more resilient in terms of, when we go down.
Yeah, the mentality.
Yeah. But apart from that, I couldn't tell you one improvement.
Bro,
that is a result of Tudor.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't disagree with you, but I 100% prefer Tudor every day of the week over Motta. Motta was pompous. He didn't know what it meant to coach it. Why are you laughing?
This guy hates Motta, man.
No. Motta is one of the... I need to be careful with my words, isn't it? But he's one of the worst things that ever happened to the club. Alongside Giuntoli.
I think that's harsh, to be fair.
Bro, I promise you. This guy destroyed 10 years. He set us back 10 years, him and Giuntoli as a duo. I'm not... You think I'm joking?
Giuntoli was like a Napoli secret agent.
No, literally. Them two together caused more damage than benefit. These two, hold on.
I agree.
Bro, I promise you. I swear on everything. Guys think I'm joking. This guy set us back 10 years. Dean's not good enough. What kind of football are you watching? Dean's not good.
Dean. I'm over Dean.
No. I'm not over that. Sule's not good enough. You bring me Gonzalez. Koopmeiner's 60 million. All these guys are getting rid of the wrong players. That's the past anyway. But they set us back ages ago. But what I'm saying is I prefer Tudor to Motta because Tudor... played for the club. He knows what it means to be at Juventus.
Yeah.
He's honest. He doesn't lie. He's not arrogant. He says it as it is. He's got a good relationship with the fans. He's got a good relationship with the players. Like you said, I think they're playing for the badge more. They're playing for him. Whether they're playing better or not, they weren't playing good anyway. But they're playing for him. And I respect that. And like you said, when we go down, I would say I could count on us coming back into the game regardless of the situation. But Tudor's tactical know-how is where he lacks. And it's not his fault. He's not had experience at these top clubs with top level players. He's obviously not Pep Guardiola. He's not one of the best coaches in the world to be able to, I don't know, set out a team that is dominant. And I know he doesn't have the players. I know he doesn't have the players. That's why we have to also look at the board and the selection, the transfer selection, the strategy. But I just think with the players we have, playing this system doesn't suit them. And then if you are playing this system, you're playing the wrong players in their positions.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? You can't change another thing he does, that motto I didn't like, is he continually changes names. You can't continually start David one time as striker, Vlahovic one time, Openda on the right, Openda then down the middle. You can't be doing this. Yeah, McKennie as a wing back, McKennie in a double pivot. It doesn't make sense.
You don't know your best lineup yet.
But do you not think that's a reflection of having a squad that is quite average? Let's take out our 3 or 4 best players. You take out your Yildiz or your Bremer and your Cambiaso. We'll speak about Cambiaso. Your 3 or 4 best players. Something like that Juventus team, you've got a kind of just a general level of mediocrity.
I'll do the same for them. Do the same for a lot of clubs.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
That's fine, but I think that's why he changes all the time. I also don't think. I think you could change. You know what? You could make this Juventus into a back 4. I don't think it'd change anything. I think we'd still concede chances. I think we'd still concede goals. And for Tudor, if I was Tudor as well, like the amount of goals we're conceding and chances we're conceding playing a 5-back, I'm thinking let's make it a 6-back.
I get what you're saying, but. I understand what you're saying, but that we have no control in the midfield though in games. Every game we get bullied in the midfield. Even against Verona, we got bullied in the midfield.
But maybe do you think that's why they put Koopmeiners as like the right wing so he can come back and to help the midfield?
He don't do anything.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't offer anything offensively.
Yeah, but I'm saying, do you think that's what the intention might have been?
I get what you're saying, but that's not working. So if it's not working, it can't be. You can't force something that doesn't work.
I don't want to hate on Koopmeiners.
No one's hating.
We're not hating on him. I think we're just calling a spade a spade.
And the issue is we had high expectations. When you came from Atalanta, you were playing good, 60 million. You need to raise the level.
We're talking to you.
Do you know what I mean? It's frustrating because I actually think Koopmeiners, unlike a lot of players we spent a lot of big money for, cares. And he wants to play for the club. We spoke about this. Like, you can't fault his work rate. He covers a lot of ground every game. I think he's emotionally attached to the fans and the club. He wants to give it his all. He wants to make the difference at Juventus. But because of his skill set, he just can't. And Tudor playing him right wing, that's not Koopmeiners' fault. He cannot play in that position. Alex, watching Conceição Zagrova kick a football, and you're adamant, no, Koopmeiners starts on the right. When you knew we needed 3 points in that game yesterday. Drawing to Dortmund at home isn't good enough. Dortmund are not a great team, by the way. They have Guirassy and that's it.
Villarreal.
No. That's what I'm saying. We needed the 3 point. Now people don't understand the situation is we need to go to the Bernabeu and win.
Yeah.
No draw, no loss. If we draw or lose that game, it's over.
Can't wait.
I don't think it is over if you lose that game.
No, I think we still, you got to remember, unless you have
what, top 8? You think we can qualify top 8?
No, of course you'll get top 8.
I know. Were you actually thinking about top 8?
No, but what I consider over is top 8. For me, Juventus, I expect us to finish up there. I was hoping we'd at least be around top 8. So for me, when I say it's over, I mean we ain't getting automatic qualification. It's going to be a play-in situation like last year.
That's why I expected. I didn't expect to be in the top
8. Yeah, maybe I expected too much, bro. Yeah, maybe I expected too much.
Let's not remember that it was only a week ago that you were saying, I think Juventus are still in the title race.
We're not out of it mathematically. I mean, we're not out of it, guys.
I never thought there was a title race.
Yeah, I think I've always been more optimistic. You've been more pessimistic.
You are more optimistic than I am.
But after that, bro, I can't lie. I was watching that with my dad. My dad left after halftime. He went for a walk.
Well, I want you, every time your dad leaves watching Juventus early to put a £1 coin in the jar and just at the end of the season see how much you've got.
My whole annual wage is gone, bro. HMRC's taking half of it. They're taking even more, bro.
But yeah, it was thoroughly disappointing. And it's like, and we were talking about Perrin as well. I thought Perrin looked so shaky yesterday.
He looked nervous, man.
Yeah, he did.
He made a couple good saves though. The one onto the post. Yeah. But he looked nervous. I think he knew Di Gregorio's come out. I need to have a good game here. This is a big game.
And he looked in front of him and saw Kelly, Gatti, and Kalulu.
But to be fair, Di Gregorio hasn't looked brilliant either.
That's what I'm saying. I think he was droppable.
Yeah.
But just in that moment, I don't think Perrin was bad. I can't pinpoint it. For example, the header. No, yes, it was straight in, but he's 2 yards out.
Yeah, he was more just shaky than.
That's what I'm saying. Also, the header. Oh my god, the corner. How can you mark zonally and not attack the ball? How is that possible?
I hate zonal marking at corners.
I hate it as well.
I hate it.
Now, every manager seems to be doing it.
I know.
It's just it is annoying. to be
It's
fair.
so annoying. Just mark man to man. But if you do mark zonally, attack the ball. No one attacked the ball. You know Vega, rewatch it back, he was between 3 Juventus players. There was Vlahovic, Gatti and someone else. And none of them attacked the ball and he had a free header. Come on, bro. It's not. These guys aren't serious. You guys are laughing. They're not serious. These guys aren't serious players. It's not possible.
Yeah, but I've thought this for the last 2 or 3 years. I'm so with this Juventus team. I'm just so unmoved by. It's like apart from Yildiz and a handful of other forwards fleetingly, like Conceição when he actually decides to turn up. Conceição's a sub because Conceição's a sub is very different.
Or if he just plays, if he starts and then gets hurt, like he's another one. But even Kenan, bro, he was way off it yesterday, but he was tired. He needed to get hooked earlier.
He's getting it's the Barella, whatever
syndrome.
that is for Inter, syndrome, where you become so reliant on a player, as your creative outlet, as your man, and not only that, he's so young still. Is he 20 yet?
20, he's 20.
He's 20. To be 20 years old playing for Juventus, one of the biggest teams in world football, and to be carrying the burden of like the primary creative outlet that's a huge ask of Yildiz.
But also stuff off the pitch, he's got to turn. Del
Yeah,
Piero's
exactly.
all these things. I think Kenan is our best player by a mile, and I'm not annoyed that he played poorly for his standards yesterday because he plays 90 minutes week in, week out, and we expect him to do everything week in, week out. When, like you said, bro, he's 20. He's not Mbappe's age, who's been there, done that, where you expect him to be the main man, or a Haaland at City, or whoever it may be in whatever team, Salah for Liverpool leading the lines. It's going to take time, but Tudor needed to hook him earlier. But these are decisions that, bro, I need to see change in the Milan game. I need to see a change of system, change of personnel. He needs to take more risks. He's playing too safe.
I think he's playing safe because he doesn't trust the players that he has.
But that's not a good thing.
No, it's not. But then that's also not his fault.
No,
but it wasn't Motta's fault.
I know what you're saying, bro. I know what you're saying.
Because I'm just not one to always pin so much of the responsibility. As much as I don't like Tudor, and I don't think he is the man to lead Juventus or inspire any kind of change. At the same time, I'm honest, and I can be brutally honest and look at this Juventus side and say it's not a great Juventus team.
But it's better than Villarreal. It's better than what we've seen.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But then I'm not sure if that's probably maybe our ignorance of not knowing how good this Villarreal side is.
They've got some decent players, to be fair. They've got that Mikhail Tadze.
Yeah, the striker.
He was the top scorer in the Euros, if you don't remember.
And Pepe.
Nicolas
decent,
Pepe.
yeah.
I'm under no illusions that this Juventus team isn't. It's an okay Juventus type team with Kenan Yildiz and Bremer.
But this is what's frustrating me. It's been okay for 5 years. When are we going to make the jump up again? That's why I think I have high expectations every season because I know what the club we are.
Yeah.
Whereas I think you look at it. This is the best bet. I look at the club. You look at the team.
Yeah, and also I'm a bit older and remember Zidane Gregera, Alex Manninger, Christian Poulsen, Mohamed Sissoko, that Juventus team, which was
Remember Boom Song?
Boom Song, Felipe Melo, Diego.
Oh my
Felipe
days.
Melo, yeah.
That was just such a horrendous Juventus team.
My dad was thinking that recently it's worse than them. Because we turned it around quicker. We did.
Yeah, but then turned it around, but then also lucky to get Andrea Pirlo on a free transfer.
And Antonio Conte.
Yeah.
He changed everything. But also we had Agnelli as the president.
Yeah, that's true.
We had
Plethora of reasons why it changed, but yeah, Juventus disappointed.
Very disappointing, man.
And now, like I said, I wasn't expecting top 8 anyway. I think if you look at the other teams around Europe, I wouldn't put Juventus in the top 8.
No, I didn't have us in the top 8, but I thought we would improve massively upon last season's group stage. That was my mindset. But now it seems like it's going to be the same situation. Play-ins. I think we'll finish in the play-ins, but
Yeah, I think so. Barring a monumental disaster.
hey, we might win at the Bernabeu.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you'll do this hat trick, maybe.
Maybe it could happen.
Probably
Beat
not,
Man City
but
last year.
We can hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's mostly it. Although I want to shout out Raspadori for Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, scored for Atletico, yeah.
Knocked one in. Ruggieri played as well.
Actually.
Yeah. So nice for Raspa to get on the score sheet. I do like Raspadori. He's a kind of player as well who I could see going to Atletico Madrid and doing really well under.
He's got passion for Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, he works extremely hard.
He just goes mental when he scores.
Yeah, and he's a bit ratty as well. Like he gets himself about.
A Simeone player,
Yeah,
man.
he is, and I think I hope he does well there for the sake of the national team as well.
I don't think he started too great in the league.
He's had a few minutes here and there, but he's a new signing for Simeone. Simeone's a manager who he needs to trust you as a player. Yeah, and Raspadori will show that. But yeah, that's it. So 3 wins out of 4 and a draw for Juventus. So not a clean sweep for Serie A, but generally pretty good week for Italian football. Just hope it continues.
Hopefully, we got to go to Madrid now. Who do you guys have next in the Champions League? Napoli? Is it Ajax? No. Chelsea?
No, Chelsea we play last.
Is that home?
Actually, Chelsea, we played Chelsea in Napoli.
Oh, okay. Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
It depends.
It's winnable as well. Chelsea haven't been great this season. I thought they'd be a lot better than they have been.
Yeah, no, I don't know who we have next actually.
Loboka's going to dunk on
It could be PSV.
No, he won't.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's PSV.
Yeah, PSV, man, bad memories for me.
Yeah.
New outfit.
PSV, bro.
But we took their best player. We took Noah Lang.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
true.
Noah
Yeah,
Lang
that's
might
true.
score.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it would be a good time for him to score.
Yeah. Like Jimenez did against Feyenoord last year.
Yeah, and then disappeared after
then
2
was
games.
shit. Yeah. But yeah, I think we're all covered.
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Thank you, Lorenzo, for joining us today. You will see him again, guys, though. Don't worry. You will see him again. We're filming back-to-back episodes, so you'll see him very soon. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video, share it to some friends. Give us 5-star ratings if you're listening on Spotify. It helps massively. Follow us on all social media, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, @The Calcio Show. And we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
See you later.